Madden football is the home of Super Bowl 57, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Chargers and the 49ers, and it's coming up next.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here, as it'll be the AFC champion LA Chargers taking on the NFC champions, the San Francisco 49ers. And we will not have a return, so the first drive of the Super Bowl will begin at the 25. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. They find some open field here. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That one good for 37 yards. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 49ers 37-yard line.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. 43 yards rushing for him now on their opening drive in his Super Bowl.
Another toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
That's a nice job there, foiling what all offenses try to do, which is control the defensive end in the running game. They want to get to the outside, and if he keeps himself free, stays on his feet, he can make a play just as he did there.
3 points, probably not going to win this Super Bowl, but at least you get something on the opening drive.
And it's certainly not going to lose it. So the bottom line is, come away with the points now, come back and get greedy later, and try and put it in the end zone.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll start with a run by Mitchell. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. You look at this Super Bowl, the 2nd appearance for this head coach. The first one did not go as planned, as we all know. But what do you think he's learned from that first go-around?
He learned how much it hurts to lose, and that's what you hear from coaches so often. They don't remember the wins as much as they remember the losses. You can talk about the media, the scrutiny, the hoopla, But once you've had to shake a head coach's hand and jog off the field and know you have to face the media, face your fans.
Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. Joey Bosa in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. But, man, his first throw, that nearly went the other way. Instead, it's 4th down.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Returnable here from the 38. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
Nice chunk of yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Once again, it's Mostert. Now the ball comes loose. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
1st down, here's Mitchell. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Lance. Open man is Samuel, complete. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
On 1st down, they go back to Mitchell. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brought down by Bryce Callahan. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
1 quarter done, 3 more to play here in Super Bowl 57. On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Well, he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
They had 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Lance to throw for it on 4th down. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
What an excellent end result for them. But let's go back to the decision, first of all, to go for it all on 4th down. A lot of pressure on the quarterback's shoulders, but they knew he could handle it. Makes the right read there, gets the ball to his receiver. They get the first down. It's now 1st and goal.
And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here. This close, sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
They'll try and power it in with Juszczyk. And across the goal line, into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. Kyle Juszczyk taking it in for 2 yards out. And the Niners have taken the lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Joe Reed going to return it from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Charger drive about to get going. Charles, you got to think the #1 goal here is ball security. Remember, last drive they coughed it up, then they allowed the touchdown, and now they're trailing on the scoreboard.
Boy, the way you described it makes me think that that one actually hurt them 3 times. The fumble cost them potential points. Then they watched their opponent get a touchdown off of the fumble. And third, they lost the lead as a result. Really tough sequence right there. I don't think coaches have to remind them to hold on to the football. They just got to find a way to get it done.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. But he's a bigger, stronger guy. Maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there. You might have a smaller back. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a 1st down.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And the defense closes quickly there. They'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On 2nd and 9, Herbert. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
2 minutes on the clock in the 2nd quarter of this Super Bowl. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Herbert on 3rd down now. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 35. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to the running game with Mostert. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Play action. It's Herbert. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
They've got another 1st and 10 as the penalty keeps this drive moving. Herbert operating from the red zone. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen. Ooh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Here's Herbert. Out left, he's got it to Everett. Touchdown, Chargers. Gerald Everett, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Chargers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. Touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Now play fake. Lance. Got his target, Samuel. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 19 yards that time for number 19.
That's a play that'll likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Now Lance again. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Another good gain. That's now 35. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. On first down, Lance winds up and lets it go for Samuel. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Chargers are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The final shot before the break for Herbert. They'll find Everett there, complete. So we've come upon halftime in the big one, the Super Bowl. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. This fielded right at the goal line. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And finally, he's out of bounds, but not before a great return. He's all the way inside the 30.
Well, that return had all the trappings of really good scouting. You could tell that they thought they saw something on tape that they could take advantage of, and they dialed it up at just the right time to give them a great return.
Here we go.
Second half begins with a carry by Mitchell. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Once again, it's Mitchell. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9. And it'll be back to a 3rd and 3.
Running lanes run a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Lance going to try and throw on 3rd down here. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And he brings throws this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. Well, this defense, they've been terrific all year, and they come through with a pick six here on the game's biggest stage.
Perfect descriptor there, because we have seen this time and time again. This defense, their ability to take the ball away from teams, they definitely have a nose for the football, and it pays off again on that play.
Extra point good by Hopkins, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quick one.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Here's Mostert, toss left side. And look at this for the second straight play. The 49er defense drops him for a loss. That second down play nets a -4.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They'll stay on the ground. And he loses the football the second time. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Well, you had an offense working with a comfortable 2-score lead here in the 3rd quarter, and certainly doesn't feel as comfortable now following the turnover.
Yeah, you're right about that, because now the nerves start to come into play a little bit. You're a little bit jangled. You don't want to give your opponents any avenues to get back into the game. What you'd rather do, put up signs that say, roads closed.
And he's got the hook up to McLeod. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
That was an example of excellent defense there. They stumped him. So now he brings up a 3rd down situation. If I'm calling plays here, I make sure I put it in the hands of my quarterback and get it to a receiver real fast. I'm not running the ball here.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Mitchell. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Going for it, it's Mitchell. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. Well, that's one of those in-between spots where you like to rely on analytics. Did you like the decision to go for it?
Frankly, I did, because you know I'm an aggressive guy. But that the analytics and the old school go by your feel, that's got to marry up a little bit better, because that one felt like an analytics call that someone didn't have confidence in. You know, normally this coach, I think he would have punted the ball.
And calculated risk, it didn't work out.
In my book, that's running the ball well but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball-controlled football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Herbert off of play action. Pass complete across the formation to Melton. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. A run with Mostert up the middle. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 54 yards on the ground for him so far. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Herbert. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And we're at the time of the Super Bowl where, look, they need points. And they need them badly. Trailing here in the 4th quarter as they begin. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, 49ers.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this. I know you are, too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Gold with the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. No run back here for Reed, so this will come out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And the tension ratcheting up all around. A one-score game. Fourth quarter of the Super Bowl. This is what you folks came for. Every play with the potential to win or lose a title as they look to drain some time off this clock. And not much to speak of. Call it a one-yard gain up to the 26. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
On 2nd and 9, Herbert. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Herbert. Steps away to his left. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. From the gun, a give to Mitchell. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Right back to Mitchell here. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Lance back to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And the 49ers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. I tell you, it has not been his best day throwing the football. He really needs to piece something together here.
All will be forgiven if he leads them into the end zone.
They'll run with Mitchell. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Once more with Mitchell. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Pardon me, you got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. 3rd and goal, a big play in this Super Bowl. Lance looking to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Hurry up. Here, what?
Desperation time here. Lance. And that is caught. Touchdown. And they're an extra point away from taking the lead here in the final minute.
And now we've got a tie game after that touchdown. And you and I both know what that means. Extra point in this situation, this little time left, takes on some extra emphasis, doesn't it?
It does indeed. Now inside the final minute, can they get it and hold on? After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Flushed out right. Addy wisely will throw that one away. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Herbert going to throw. Flush to his right. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ballgame. Herbert. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Well, this is getting close to a no-win situation now. They've got one final shot. They're on their end of the field, and it's 4th and long. This might require a little extra razzle-dazzle to get it done.
Fourth down for Herbert. Desperation time. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that may write a finish to this Super Bowl. The offensive nightmare there. You go for it on 4th, and the play doesn't even really get to develop a sack.
And it's so unfortunate, too, because you think you've got something good called, but if your offensive line can't hold up, that's often the result. They find a way back to the quarterback.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to get the lead up to 4. And his kick is good. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. Well, no field goal attempts for him until the final quarter, but no hesitation on his end. He comes right out and nails his first field goal try.
And give him a lot of credit, too, because he stood there the entire ball game, but has managed to stay with it both mentally and physically. When they called on him, he was ready, and he knocked it through the posts.
And the San Francisco 49ers will hoist the Lombardi Trophy as Super Bowl champions. For the victors, say there's no better feeling in sports.
I don't know how there can be. The journey to get to this game is incredible. And then to finally break through and win it when all eyes are on this game alone because there's nothing else going on, that's just got to be absolutely amazing. The task, incredible. The accomplishment, forever.